Hello, everybody. We are back for some more Satisfactory. Welcome. I'm Lucio, and we're going to get working on the industrial beams today, the encased industrial beams. So we're running back here, basically just to grab my body, my stuff, and then we will be headed back to the hub and over to the steel area. We've got the modular frames being produced, so we should have enough of them shortly to complete the milestone advanced steel production, and then we can be working on setting up the next level. And I need to look back at the blueprint designer and remind myself what's involved in that. I do have it on my to-do list over here. But I don't remember what specifically was for it. Though I know we needed a bunch more modular frames for hang on. No, this way. I totally just ran into a poison cloud. Well, that was idiotic. Okay, while I'm back here, let's grab the Mercer spheres. Because we wanted... What did we still need? Look over at the MAM. We wanted to get dimensional storage going. Alien technology... Okay. And I think we were making some of those. Hopefully. Do I have anything more here that I might need? Let me grab that just in case. We're making silica down there, I believe. So we're gonna spend a little of our Saturday here playing some Satisfactory to refresh and engage the brain. I'm doing a lot of Vintage Story and Dwarf Fortress. Totally failing at Dwarf Fortress. I think I'm just cursed. I've never had such problems with the game, but I've had 2 fortresses fail in short order and started a third in that same world, and then once again had a fortress that has no like coal or lignite. So I think later we're just gonna re-roll a world, start over from scratch, and give up on that one. I can do a fortress without coal, but it is annoying. And I don't want to have to be messing with that many trees that you have to do one without coal. Okay. So, I do have one of these that stayed with me when I died. So let's see if we can clear the way of the toxic poisonous gas. I thought I had cleared all these out when I went through earlier. I don't know if they respawn or if I'm just taking a slightly different angled path. Not seeing any. The death crate's up there. Okay, there's one. There's one. I must be getting too close to it. Okay, we at least got rid of that one. And... Oop. Give me my little wand. So these guys definitely respawned, because I had cleared them out earlier. I bet they swarmed me at the same time as the poison, and I just didn't even notice. Yeah, I almost guarantee that's what happened. Okay. Grab a couple more little bodies so we can turn into alien protein. And since I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and clear these all out so I don't accidentally walk into the poison stuff later. just in case. What are those little spots that pop up like that? There's a little one. Okay, I think that's all of them. And let's make a MAM real quick. That there. Alien technology. Research. We want to hook up dimensional storage.
Dimensional depot.
What does this cost us now?
Sand can be utilized to deconstruct matter down to its chemical elements in one dimension, and the Mercer sphere allows it to be transferred and stored in another. Once parts are fed into the dimensional depot, they can be accessed by the Pioneer inventory and build gun system at any time, anywhere.
Through the window. It is pathetic. Consume more blood. The glass will not shatter. The metal will not bend. The wood will not splinter. Weave.
Creepy. But cool. So dimensional storage is amazing. Lets you just keep some inventory flowing through to you at all times. The one thing I do wish is that it had a system for going the other direction. That you could send, like have a dimensional storage there, and then another dimensional storage that stuff comes out of, that you could hook up. That would, I mean, it would make it a little too easy almost. You wouldn't even have to do conveyor belts. But it would be fun. Okay. So, I've got a bunch of those. What do I need now to make some of those? Okay. Forget how many I needed, though. Do I have things to make modular frames? Because I'd really love to get one of the dimensional storage set up while I'm here. Modular frames? I do have enough. I'm gonna drain my supply of reinforced iron plates, though. Which we are not making a whole lot of. Or, well, we are making some, but they're being consumed to make more modular frames back at base. Okay. Finish those off. We'll make some alien protein here. Clear out the inventory a little bit. Okay. And then we can make one of these. Excellent. So, let's get rid of that. Dimensional depot. Right there. And let's hook up, let's see. With, how fast are these made? Not that actually the transfer speed is going to be the issue. But eventually we'll make it better. So we're going to go ahead and use a Mark III, even though that's complete overkill at the moment. Do I need any mycelial? Might as well grab it while I'm here. Besides, it's just fun to use the chainsaw. Okay. Grab some more of that while we're running by. We would like to get the Blade Runner researched so we can have the better jumping, cushion falls, or shock absorbed falls is more accurate. I think it makes us run a little faster too. Anyway, the Blade Runners are amazing. Okay, we'll just grab a few of these on our way back. Should be more than enough. And then let's run back to the hub. I want a shock stick thing like this to zap people. Hello. Thought I heard one of you. Little creepy crawlers. Their little skittery legs. Okay. No inventory space, apparently. Over there is our coal power plant. Which I think is running at full blast, but let's go check that out. I haven't been back to look at it since I set it up, so I'm not entirely sure. That one is fine. That doesn't have enough coal. What about this one? No. Was I waiting on another upgrade? Let's see. They need 15 per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 15. I needed 90 per minute. Did I not come back and upgrade? Let's see. That's Mark 2. It's Mark 1 coming in. Does it need to be Mark 2 over here? It might have needed to be Mark 2 over here. In which case, we're gonna have to go back and get more. No. That's 30. So it should be 60, and then we should be getting 30 from the other one. 30. That just needs Mark 1. Looks like a full belt. We're joining with from over there. That's Mark 2. Should be Mark 2. Let's see, 90 minus 15. You're looking at 75. Till that one, and then you drop to 60. That's Mark 2. 15, 30, 45, 60. Full. Let's see. Over here for a little bit, we're gonna put down those. Drop them. No. Drop. There we go. And drop that. Grab that. And we want a merger. Okay. Needs to be Mark 2. We'll throw in a Mark 3 just because we have more of that, actually. Mark 1 is fine. Mark 1 is fine. Okay, this one would also need 90, and we've got 60 coming in here. Mark 1. You shouldn't be getting full. Mark 2. Mark 2. We're down to Mark 1. That seems correct. I gotta get back up on the thing. I hate not having the jetpack yet. Okay. Running down here. I'm barely at maintaining full. And it is a manifold system, so... But it's been quite a while for that to not be full yet. And that looked like it was not quite running at peak. If that's coming down as 60, it should be splitting 30 and 30. You absolutely should not need a Mark III. Okay, let's go check that one. But it should just be a tier 1 Mark 60 per minute going down to a splitter, getting split in 2. Tell me there's not the giant one. Just in case. Okay. How many are you putting up per minute and what efficiency? 60 per minute, 100% efficiency. Okay, you're fine. Why do I have you as Mark 2? No way do you need to be Mark 2. Let's do Mark 1. Yeah, I realize it hurt. Okay. Mark 1. Coming down here. You get split in 2. You should be sending 30 off that way. This looks like the Mark 1 belt, and you're about half full, so that should be 30. So it could just be a manifold system that is just not full yet. Possible. You are full. You are full. Full. Not quite full. Are you going up though? Maybe, very slowly. And make you full. Does the next one in line start to fill up, is the question. Okay, that's staying at 100. So far. Yeah, I'm not even seeing it flicker to 99. Okay, that filled up before it ran out. Or before it stopped burning. Okay. Maybe it is just a manifold system that is taking forever. That water pump is not running over there. Are any of you short of water? So if anything, that should make the coal backfill, because it wouldn't be burning all of the coal. 45. You're staying full. Probably just have some extra water going into the system, actually. Yeah. How many of these do I have? 5. 3, 4, 5. And I've got... Oh, how many do I have? 12 times 45. I need 54, or 540, sorry. Divided by 120, I need 4.5. So this one only needs to be running at half power. Probably the difference. Hey, Hippie! How is the Queen Hippie doing? Do this to 50. Trying to balance out some of my production lines here. And then go get encased industrial beams started. Nope. There we go. Ugh. What have you been up to this week? You were doing some game you told me about that I forgot the name of, that had some event going on. War or something? War Thunder event, yeah. That's right. There is our coal power plant. And here we've got our early copper going to wire and to cable. Nice. How long does the event last? There's our original biofuel power plant that just serves as like backup power right now if we have something that pushes us over for a moment. And what do we have here? I'm going to drop some of these off. And then let's go grab some of the sheesh. 2 days per mark and you need 8 total. 16 days? But you said you have 3 left, so 6 days counting today. Okay, we need, I think 100 for that. And then what do we have on production? Something like that. Let me go grab a few rotors. Oh, you do them. You have up to 2 days total, but you've been doing them like 1 a day. Okay. Gotcha. So, I don't know if you saw on Discord. Unfortunately, so it does snow where we are. It does not get cold enough to stick. And I flew north for a while during the winter in Vintage Story. And it looks like we'd have to go like halfway back to our old base to get reliable sticking snow for any portion of winter. Which I'm willing to do. But we might just leave the old base as
from nature to fix it at twice the speed of the Mark I model. miners can be directly upgraded to Mark II without removing the Mark I model, just like conveyor belts and other upgradable infrastructure. Unfortunately, setting up the production of advanced steel parts and project part number 3, automated wiring, will not be as easy. Every moment you delay reduces the chances of saving humanity. I will not show you the predictions, it would only demotivate you.
Thank you, Ada. Yeah, so maybe we turn our old base into like winter cottage or something? Don't know. I need those. Anything I can turn in at the MAM real quick? Nothing there. We'll have to go on a Mercer Sphere hunt at some point. That's down the road. Let's see, this one, yes.
Research shows potential for processing planetary nutrients for pioneer benefit. Nutritional inhaler research available.
No, that's not what I want. Where's my... There we go. Okay, I had not made the Blade Runners yet, so let's make a pair of those real quick. Which I think is going to leave me just short of what I wanted for that last research thing. Need 3 more of that. Do I have enough? Little quartz. Ah, I do have enough. Excellent. Well, we've started on the smithy area. Nisha started on the giant windmill, but we are going to need so much resin. Lots and lots of resin. Okay. Make some of these real quick. That's why I hooked them up to the dimensional storage. Be able to grab wire and steel pipes easy enough every now and then. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody's been on to advanced time in the game. Anisha and I went through, raided, mapped out a bunch more spots, and then we were gonna wait for a week to pass in game. Seems like it regens once a month.
Now extra dimensionalized with additional dimensional capacity.
Nice. Research that.
Potential for harnessing alien energy completed. Fixit has identified 2 development tracks requiring additional research to integrate Summersloops safely and efficiently into Fixit technology.
The loop organ contains scripture, contains instruments to compose symphonies of root and rod and recycling. Shrines to evolution and revolution.
Remind me after this stream and I'll hop on for a moment if you're available. I think I have a prospecting thing that showed Firelight. I'm not sure. That name is just really familiar for some reason. But it was either that or Dwarf Fortress last night. But that name is ringing immediate bells for some reason. And I did a lot of prospecting. That one and this one. Dump that in there. Okay. Going to, let's see. What else did I want to store those? I'm going to take off the vitamin inhaler for the moment. Which, what was it under? Nutrients? Yeah. Remove that from the to-do list. Ooh, I do have a blueprint designer done. Okay. Awesome. Do that right there.
Once you have built a satisfactory blueprint, interact with the Blueprint Designer terminal to save it. It will then be available in the Blueprints tab of your build menu. Blueprints can always be edited to correct mistakes or optimize. If you find yourself struggling to work within the set size restrictions, remember that this is a you problem, and efficiency can always be improved.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. Well, we're going to add an assembler. Let's see. Probably 2 assemblers, but we want to redo this first of all. Because I can make exceedingly, well, not exceedingly, I can make a bit more concrete now. How many? If I boost this all the way, what's that get us up to? 300? We can do up to 270 per minute. And how much do each of these take? So, oops. Back to that. 270 divided by 45. 6 of them. Okay. That'll work. Okay. And what do I have concrete-wise? I probably have enough already. We're gonna make a quick blueprint for expanding our concrete production because we will need it to pipe down to the steel base for encased industrial beams. Zip mode. Oop, what am I doing? It's shaking. There we go. I don't know why it was shaking. That was weird. It's doing it again. Huh. Weird. Okay. Put those in. And let's see. We're just gonna do this as a manifold system. So I'm gonna need some more mental blank. Reinforced iron plates, unfortunately. Let's see, if I do one there, can I get 4 in one line? Can. I could go vertical then. That would have it right on the edge. Let's get rid of that. Put one of these. Logistics. Splitter. If it's coming in... Let's see, from there. Probably something like that. That'll allow us to go up. How close if we go... No. What am I doing? Constructor. Right there. Logistics, because I could just do 3 on each level, no problem. Okay, that lines up there. It does. The important question is, does it line up here? Okay, that would have me off, which I could add after the fact, but if I'm not hurting for room, I'll just do 3 to a level. Till I get the second tier blueprint designer. Probably all I need. What are you going to be using the Phyllite for? Is that your mud daub brick thing? Whatever? splitter. Move that away. We need tier 1. Each of these will take 45. I don't need a Mark II right there. These set to concrete. Let's check. Yes. And then we want to go upwards. How did I do that? No, I need the wall. Oh, can I even do that yet? Yes. It's gonna be a bad time to figure out I needed the awesome shop already. Not quite, but I do love having the leg things, the blade runners. Okay, right there, and right there. Oh, I want the ladder so badly. Okay, we're gonna have to do this the awkward way. We've unlocked things in the awesome shop, or better yet, the jetpack and hover pack later on. Okay. I'm gonna go vertical. Give me a ramp. Okay. Now we can run up here and jump across. And we want logistics. Let's see. We're bringing up for 3 of them. 3 times 45. So 90. 135. Okay, so we do need a Mark III. Can I not do that from here? That's gonna be annoying. What do I have it lined up with? Centered on there. Okay, so I'll be able to figure out where it lines up. And we'll run all the way back over here. We jump a little too far because of the blade runners. Okay. Go right there. Right now we'll still have the clipping through the wall or through the floors. Later we have the piece we can add on to prevent that, which will be handy. And we want logistics. This will be, no, we want a splitter. Line up right there. We'll go fix that later on so it actually connects. I'm gonna run out of material for this, I think. How far do we have them lined up? Let's see. Fix that while we're down here. So it's properly attached instead of just a placement thing. These, let's see, right on the edge there. Okay. And let's grab a constructor and we'll get this lined up. So you want to go right there-ish, I think. Yeah, that's lined up. Okay. 2 more of those. 1 and 2. Some more splitters. Or one more splitter, actually. Man. Something's up with my mouse, maybe. I need a Mark II to go through there. And another Mark I. Switch these all to concrete. Unfortunately, I don't have the nice power pole things stuff from the Awesome Shop where I can just do the little connectors. We're gonna have to have proper power poles at the moment. But that'll be okay. Right there, and we'll put one down below. And then we want to reconnect all of our produced concrete. So, how do we want to do that? I'll just do it manifold again. Yeah, that'll probably be easiest. Okay. So, merger. We'll go just to that point. That'll help us line it up. We know we are just past the clipping point. Straight conveyor belt. Let's see. And they're each 15 per minute. Another merger. So 30, then we're at 45, so we need a Mark II to go down. Which we'll grab from there. How do I have that lined up? That's right. Yep. Right there, maybe? We'll grab another merger. Rotate that around. Yep, that's lined up. Mark 1. Merger over here. So this will allow, we'll have 3 constructors producing concrete for this. Taking 270, yeah, it could be all Mark 1. 270 limestone and putting together, let's see, 6 times, so 60, 90 concrete per minute, which is not bad. Not all we'll need by the end of the game, but not bad at all. I actually need to redo this one. They always get a little iffy if you do them and then put a merger or a splitter on instead of having the merger or splitter there first and connecting. Hey, Ricky. How are you doing, Ricky? You regained any of the hearing in that ear yet? Seems like everybody in the group has been being sick. Are you a Satisfactory player? I know you like to build on peaceful games, but I don't know if you like factory style. Okay. Connect that. Connect that. Get off the conveyor belt. And then put another one right there. I'm so looking forward to the things from the Awesome Shop where I can just have the little connection points attached. Aww. Though admittedly, I have played through the earlier parts of this game repeatedly and only done like the last bits of the game once or twice. Probably more like just once. I need to leave that there. Okay. Let's save this. This is concrete. 6 constructors. 270 limestone. 90 concrete. We want the icon for the constructor. No, we want the icon concrete. Set a directory. Let's see. Add category. We're gonna do constructor blueprints. Apply that and go to there. Wait, apply changes. Am I doing something wrong? I always forget how to set this up. Apply. Move category, add subcategory. There we go. Well, I hope your hearing gets better soon. That's all sorts of annoying when that's messed up. There we go. Apply changes and save. And clear the designer. Take from there. And I'm currently still planning on some Stranded Alien Dawn later. You've got me in the mood to play it again. Let's clear this stuff out. That can help. What's this stuff called? Debrox makes it. I had some kind of cold thing that filled one of my ears up with earwax one time, and I used that and it worked. It took several times, but eventually it did come out. Now, I never noticed anything like coming out, but suddenly my hearing was better one time with that. But it did take, 5 different treatments or so, letting it soak in there for a while each time. Oh, which direction am I going? That one. Thing like that. Okay, and then we need our power pole to attach, right? Actually, I'm gonna bring one over here. Okay, and I had enough in there to go to 270. Yeah. I don't know, I used let the Debrox soak for like 30 minutes and then did that twice a day for a couple days. And it comes with like a little, one of those things where you can like suck up water and then blast it. And the trick was to not use that till like the 5th treatment. Because you wanted some to stay in there and be working on it. I don't know, how much concrete do I have? You guys said 90, right? 15, yeah, 90. Assuming the illness caused earwax buildup and that's your problem. No idea. If it's not that, then I got nothing. Okay, add that in. Okay, so we should have a good bit more. Ooh, yeah. Your eustachian tube is all swollen or something. That's no fun. How much? I need to go see if we've got some more reinforced iron plates built up. Yeah, grab those. That's where I always fall in emergency help from Dad. I'm like, I need an antibiotic. Okay, grab that. Yeah, if it's been going on for a while, you should definitely run into an urgent care or something. Get an antibiotic. A Z-Pack. Probably. And then take it as fast as you can without it throwing it up. Just for Z-Packs, not other antibiotics, but for Z-Packs, that's how you want to take them. Okay, we're gonna leave that there for right now. But that's our supply line. And then over here, we probably want to expand our steel production too. Now that we can bring more over. And we're going to want to put in temporarily. Let's see, put this in here. Encased industrial wheels, so 18 per minute. How many are we producing? 15 per minute. We definitely can support 2 of these even without expanding our construction. And then we'll go from this side. Probably right there. Oops, that's not lined up at all. What am I doing? Okay, splitter. Yeah, that'll be fine. Here, 1. Hook up there. Was this one aligned? Yes. Okay. So 36 per. Ooh, concrete is more. 60. Okay, well, I'm still making enough that I'll be building up some extra. It's not a lot extra. Same thing with the steel beams. I need more iron plates. Okay. Let's grab the concrete while we're over here. So what other games do you play, Ricky? Obviously I've been seeing you play some Stranded Alien Dawn, but what else have you been? And you are liking Vintage Story, you just want to play on a peaceful one, basically. Eco. Why is that name is familiar? Feel like I know that from something. Eco. Must have seen a streamer play it, maybe? I don't know. I'll have to look it back up. Could be. But I feel like I've actually seen someone play a game called Eco, if that's what you're talking about. But you might have also mentioned it. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. It's not really ringing any bells, but other than the name and that there was a game called Eco. That sounds familiar. Meteor on a collision course, yeah. That is now ringing some bells. It's not definitely not one I have ever played, but pretty sure maybe I saw Raptor Gaming play it, I want to say. So you're all working together to prepare for the meteor strike or something? Or to prevent it? Sounds cool. Could get behind something like that. Interesting. Does what's available to you change each time? Like, what's its replayability like? $18. So that would be 34? Yeah, 34. Merger. Let's see. Go this way for right now. What's a little bit shaking? What is... Okay, there it's steady. There it's steady. Okay. Don't know what was going on there. Attach a Mark 1. Using the straight conveyor belt. There's another one. And storage container over here. Okay, so I'm making 12 of those per minute. So not a lot, but some. Oh, you also have to avoid like an eco causing your own eco collapse. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so I need, what do I need? Got enough of those. And grab enough of those and enough of that. I need 50 to build up. I already had at least a little over here. Though the big thing I need to get going is the next stage production for the space elevator. Which... where do I want to put that? We need to get that going again. Let's go grab... We're gonna drop off some steel beams over here. We're gonna go grab a bunch of wire. Drop those off. How many industrial? I had 21. Okay. We'll go grab some rods and some modular frames. Let me know if you've ever got a group together to play that. And I would love to join in. That sounds fun. Okay. Got enough of those. Want some modular frames over here. Let's see. 100, 200. 250. We'll just keep those on hand. And there were some games Zelfer and I were talking about that he was gonna drop in the Discord game recommendations, I think. That last night, maybe the night before, and I don't remember what the name was. is unfortunate. The default planet's only around 1.5 kilometers around, but you can fiddle with it. Okay. I'm assuming making a larger planet. Well, would that make it easier or harder? You'd have more stuff to work with, but there's also more stuff to work with. So, and more things that can go wrong. I got all that in there. Both. Okay. Makes sense. I was not looking at the wire collection I needed for the power infrastructure. So let's go grab some more again for the space elevator. And then we should have enough of the encased industrial beams built up by then. And we'll get going on the next items for the space elevator. What is that? Unlocking tier 5, I think it is. Is that where we are? We've still got to do expanded power infrastructure, and then the hypertube one. Finish off tier 4, I believe it is. Maybe? Let me run back over here and check real quick. Hub, oh hub, but let us check our milestones. Okay, yeah. Expanded power, hypertubes. At some point I might do vehicle transport. I don't actually... Like, people talk about loving the tractors, the trucks, and the trains. It's just so much extra work. I mean, yeah, it looks kind of spaghetti, but just run a conveyor belt. Easy, you're over and done with. I find trying to set up the tractors or trains, I mean, it can look cool, no denying that, but I don't know. I was trying to do that on my last playthrough of this, and I just got tired of it. I was like, forget that. So I want to put a space elevator over there. So I'll probably have a production factory once I have the nicer blueprint stuff over here in the middle, because we've got enormous amounts of iron there. There's copper. It was that direction. A decent amount of copper. And there's a lot of copper over there. We'll kind of be joining those together and then piping in stuff from other areas. Okay. Oh, hello. Die. Let's grab that from you. Let's take a look at this. So, iron up there. Copper like over there and over there. I think there's more iron down there if we need. So let's go probably right there in the middle approximately. That'll be our pipe all of the ingredients into for delivery area. Ooh, power slug. Let's grab that on our way over there. We do need to be on the eye for some more Mercer spheres. We'll probably have to go on a collection run before too long. Where'd the other one go? Come here. Come here. Thank you. Grab the blue power slug. There's a yellow one up there. And we want to do our space elevator over here. Let's see, probably right around there. Ooh, there's a hard drive. And that's either Mercer sphere or purple, or yeah, purple power slug over there. Something like that. Okay, let's see. What do we have over here guarding the hard drive? I guess I could let that be, you watch that being built. Let's go, space elevator. Don't remember if it does anything else on this one. Yeah, I think that's done until we have the next phase built. Okay. Check something real quick. And go back to check. Roamstead, that's what they were talking about. Yeah, so Zulfur was dropping in information about Roamstead for us to check out. Possibly do, I think it was a game that could have up to 8 players. There's some hogs. We'll kill them real quick. We want another hard drive. Okay, come here, hogs. I don't remember what this hard drive needs to unlock. There you are. It was like there was a third one, right? You need some rotors, and we happen to have some on us. Excellent. Give me that. Destroy that. I'm so glad they added that in, so I don't have to mark my map that, yo, that one's already been removed. I can just destroy it, and it no longer shows up. There's some more rotors. Is that all the pieces? I think so. Okay, we're gonna need... Ooh, we even have to get to the, what is that? Automated wiring, I think? Gonna take a little while. Blue one. There's a yellow one somewhere, and I think that's a purple power slug. And that looks like power sloop. So, or summer sloop, not a power sloop. Summer sloop. Grab that real quick. That is one of the iron things over here. Okay. Yeah, we were gorgeous here yesterday.
Circles through our temples, our veins nearly touch. It is shy. Notes shall be taken and played.
From a certain perspective, your brain looks like it is processing language, but there is no auditory data. If you are hearing voices that are not mine, this is no cause for concern. It is a common side effect of extreme pressure and stress.
Uh-huh. But the effigies, the effigies. But I think tomorrow, and today is pretty nice. Tomorrow is supposed to be very cold again. I'm not excited about it. Do I have enough to bring this down? This would be way better when I have the ladder. Maybe? I'm not gonna be able to get up all the way, am I? Okay, but we'll start down at that cactus and we will work our way up. Grab those. Oh! Hello. I didn't realize you were over here. I hate you. Okay. Run. And slide. Is there another one? Never just pop up straight away from those. There's almost always a second one that's sitting around waiting to kill you. Okay. And now we can go up here. I'll have to grab a couple of these. Let's see. Oop, what am I doing? There we go. Let's leave a little ways for going down. And connect that. Let's see if we can get up here or if I need to go one higher. Shoot. Die. Really fast. Die. Is there another one? Oh, there is. Okay. Stop spawning. Come over here. Ouch. Did not do so well on that one. Okay. Don't spawn any. Nope. No. Okay. You're alive, and that's what matters. And we have purple power slug. Looks like we have an ad break coming up. You guys are already in an ad break? Can't tell. Okay. Where were the other ones? Since we're up here, we'll get a nice view out. Blue one down there. Blue one over there. Blue one there. Ooh, don't fall down. Blue one. Blue one. Yellow one. Do I have the... I don't think I made another object scanner, did I? Oh, yes I did. What I really want, though, is... Mercer spheres. Shh. Forgot how to switch between things to scan on this. No. There we go. Mercer spheres. Yeah. Well, this is how I die. That was glorious. Best death yet, possibly. Fall off a cliff while looking at a scanner. That's the way to go. Yeah, oh so very talented on that. I would like us to start making actual space elevators. That would be cool. Or just coal, right? Yeah. Ooh, Mercer sphere. Nice. Any of the others? Don't see anything. Give me that.
Look through the window and witness a threat.
Does it not talk to me if I run away? Huh. Sorry, I don't think we heard the full message on that one. My bad. I don't know if I'm going to be able to destroy all those from the ground. Okay, and I saw there were some of the bug zappy things when I fell. So let's slide over here. Right there. I think there was another one over here too that I saw as I fell. Oh, or no, the one over there. Yeah. Come here, little zappy thing. What are your actual names? I forgot. The Hatcher? Are you the Hatcher? Yeah, you're a Hatcher. There's a Mercer sphere over there. Okay. I love the Blade Runner legs. They're so helpful. Okay. Grab our death crate. Got all our stuff. Yes. I think there was a yellow one up there, right? Yes. But I do need to try and destroy as many of these as possible. Okay, I got those. There were a few that were up top there that I don't think I grabbed, but that's okay. Let's move over the detonator. Toss that. Ooh, I don't think I got that far enough. Nope, I didn't. Okay, got that one. I think I did at least. And let's grab that one. Okay. And then we're going to do a foundation up there so we can grab the yellow power slug. And we should have plenty of the industrial beams built. And we'll go get started on the next round of items. What am I doing? Use Zoop. Zoop is your friend. Yellow. So we did see that other Mercer sphere over there, actually. So let's grab it first before we head back. Don't forget about it. It's giving me a static noise when it's not picking anything up. That was annoying. I'm just hearing that thing. Sounded like an enemy. Those zappy one. Okay. I don't want to do too much exploring until I've unlocked like the ladder and the awesome store and the jetpack. They make life so much better. But we'll grab this Mercer sphere. So we have stuff to do for doing more dimensional crates if we want. Then we'll run back.
We hum a simple melody into the effigy, yet we hear no harmony. It covers the temple in bones and organs and limbs, yet ignores our bleeding wounds. Scripture is needed. Consume.
A familiar pattern is emerging in your brain. Please assess yourself for signs of concussion. If necessary, a replacement pioneer will be dispatched. Work must continue. Replacement delivery schedule estimate. Error, years.
I don't have a concussion. We've just seen the effigies. The effigies consume us. Okay. So that'll probably be where we actually just leave the space elevator now that we've got it set up there. A good spot right in the middle. We'll pipe things in from every direction. Suspicious power slug in the middle of the open field. And I think I saw a cave over here. Are you? Yes, you are a cave. Is there a creepy thing down here? Giant spiders. Summer sloop, maybe? Hello, spider. Wait, where'd you go? Come here. Sadly, those are not the giant ones. Hello, creepy tunnel. Oh. This just opens from one place to another. Actually, kind of lame. Okay, well, not much in there at all. Okay, let's run back to the hub. Well, to the steel factory first. We're gonna grab the encased industrial beams. We're gonna go throw them in the milestone thing, and then we're gonna look up how to make the different pieces. I know we've made some of the first one before. I want to say it was rotors plus reinforced iron plates, I think. Maybe. We'll find out. Yeah. Here we go. Climbed that jumper on. Looking around as we go. Those are the noxious poison ones. Okay. Yeah, just let me grab it before you kill me with poison. Okay. Bye. Hey, Dark Wolf. Why you didn't add a PFP yourself? Character like you're wearing a headphone, holding a game controller in your hands. Oh. I could do that. Haven't really worked much on those yet. To be done, but that's a good idea. It would. Okay, let's grab some of these. Welcome to the stream. And let me grab the crafting bench real quick. We're going to clear out some of our inventory so we can take more things back with us. So we killed a bunch of things. We have a bunch of protein to make into alien protein. The process. And then we can do some power shards as well. Okay. Picked up several blue. I think we've got one yellow and one purple. Which gives us, what are we up to now? 21 power shards. And we could do some more sand fluctuators. Don't exactly need them yet. Okay, that should be all I need of those for right now, though. So let me grab a little bit more of that and some steel pipes. Sort that in case we want to do more sand fluctuators. Steel pipes are always good to have. Okay, running back over here, we'll turn in that milestone. And then we'll do some more production things. At some point we'll do the Hyperloop milestone, but I'd like to get at least the first two of these up and running first, so they are progressing and delivering their product to the space elevator. I think at the moment I'm okay, but you are welcome if you have art you want us to look at or something, drop it into the art channel of the Discord. But I don't have any immediate plans to do something like that. It is in the future ideas. Okay, let's send this off.
Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fixit developed mitigation tools recommended by your local therapist. Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production. To simplify, these are rechargeable batteries. Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fixit and humanity.
Yeah, thanks for that, Ada. What we need. Okay, let's see. Now we could... Let me get some going, but then we're going to take some time with the blueprint builder and redo these, expand the factory with the other iron sources. How are we doing on power? Still got some, but we are slowly creeping up. We're at about 2/3 of where I'd like of the power we have freely available. We could do a little more with, what's it called? The biofuel, but that we have to keep delivering power to, so I don't really want to use it. Grab this one. That is reinforced iron plates and rotors. What's the other one use? Versatile framework. Steel beam, a modular frame. Okay, so we'll have to bring some steel beams over. Got modular frames here. So let me put one of these out here. Foundation. And this makes how many? 5 per minute? That's probably actually enough for right now. If we need to, we'll expand that to have 2 of these. Let's see. That needs 2.5 per minute. We're making 4 per minute currently. So I'd like to cut back on the modular frames so that I could, because I'll need some of the power, or some of the reinforced iron plates. Be going to the smart plating. Which, let's see. So we could bring in from there. Where it goes, if I put another splitter here, and then I'll take out over here. Yep, that'll work. Connect that. Smart plating, and then we're going to put in a splitter right here. Let me line this up. There we we go. Mark 1. That should be Mark 1 as well. So this uses 6 of them. How many does this use? Mark 1. Go over here. It will use 2, so that'd be 8. How many of these am I producing? 4 per minute. I could do 2 of those. I think I'm making 10 of the other thing. The reinforced iron plate. Assembler, spin that around. Let's see, over, yep. And then split this. And mark 1. Mark 1 over here. Smart plating. Smart plating. Bring a power line over here. Connect those. Get rid of. Wait, what? That shouldn't have been. Oops. Wrong item. Yeah, I want to go from this one, not that one. Okay. Connect there. So, I would need 6 reinforced iron plates, or 10 reinforced iron plates to be running full blast, which is exactly what I'm producing. So it'll run full blast, I just won't produce any extra. And then let's run... Oh yeah, I need the steel beams, that's right. It's coming across. Yes. Logistics, merger. Mark 1. Mark 1. Let's see, we'll need a conveyor, a stackable conveyor pole. Probably from there. We'll run this one down, we'll run that one over. Won't look the prettiest, but it'll work. Come on. That's right there. There we go. Change that to default. We need a curve. Now we'll go with default. There we go. Okay, those are producing. That needs the steel beam, which we'll bring over from over there. Uh-oh. I almost fall down another cliff. So that one would not have been enough to kill me, at least. So this will have the first 2 items for phase 2 being delivered as soon as I bring the steel beams over and then hook it all up to the space elevator. And then I've got to look at what I need for the automated wiring because I don't honestly remember. I've got enough to finish the hyper tubes already. So I'll want to get the automated wiring going first and then go back to the hyper tubes. I think I am going to have to expand the steel beams though. Right now I'm making 30, 45, 60 of them? Yeah, 60. And I'm consuming 34? No, 36. So I've got 24 still being not being consumed. Let me split this off. Splitter. this up this way. Right there. We've started the conveyor belt spaghettiness. Okay. Mark 1 is all we need for this. But like I said, I do think I'm going to have to increase steel production and then steel beam production. I don't have enough steel being consumed by the steel pipes that I could just reroute from there. Unfortunately. It'd look better if I did a conveyor system through here, or a conveyor pole system through here, but we'll be mostly redoing all of this later anyway. Once we have a proper 5-place blueprint designer and like the jetpack and the hover pack, late stage factories will look totally different. Okay, yeah, because that's not going to run it full. Well, we'll at least go ahead and get this piped over there. Okay. Let's set up some more stackable conveyor belts. Going that away. I'm gonna need more concrete. Okay. What else do I need for those? We could grab some more iron plates as well, just to be safe. We'll also need them for the conveyor belt Mark 1, so actually, yes, I need a lot of those. And then we can get rid of leaves and some mycelial stuff. We'll drop off the wood and let's actually check on the, is it a summer sloop, and see, I don't remember if we've done the beginning research on that one or not. Which are you? You are... Not right. Must have put the wrong thing on there at some point. 60 per minute. Put the wood back on there. There we go. And summer sloop over here at the MAM. We've got alien technology. Okay, we already did the initial summer sloop. That will have to wait, and that will have to wait. So we can put the summer sloop away. I do have a hard drive. Scan that. Drop off enough of that. Send in the hypertube.
Milestone reached. By adding hypertube entrances at both ends of hypertubes, pioneers can achieve two-way travel between locations. They are also % safer than jump pads. You dreamed of moving across factories like valued resources, such as rocks and water, and Fix-It listened to your dreams. We watched them. We took extensive notes. Hypertubes. Because Fix-It makes pioneers' closely monitored dreams come true.
Creepy. Grab some of those. Well, honestly, if there was a robot monitoring my dreams that gave me what I want, I'd probably be okay with it. Let's see. I I would like some stackable conveyor belts. We're gonna work our way down towards the ground. Go. Ooh. Forgot there was a ladder on that side. This is where I really want my jetpack. There we go. Next to right there. And right there. Are those all connected? I think I had that one on the wrong one. I do. Okay. Mark 1. Right here. Connect. Yes, that got it. Okay. Climb back up the ladder. And then some stackable conveyor belts. There's some little creepy spider things there. That should be okay. Mark 1. Go across. And then we want the next Mark 1. Oop. Yep. Coming up. Okay, we're in line with that. Mark 1. Right there. Okay, and then we're gonna go kill some spiders. Come here, little creepy crawly. Where'd you go? Stingers, you are so creepy. Especially when it gives the initial description of you. I hate you so very, very much. Where are you? And your mom, that is like 100 times your size, is even worse. Okay. So maybe right here, I think. Something like that. I don't think I actually need it that tall though. Let's go down 1, down 2. That should be fine. Mark 1. Am I too far away? I am too far away. Okay. How far can you go? Right there. We do have a yellow power slug over there, which we will want to go grab. So I currently have no inventory room, I don't believe. Okay. I hear some hogs. There we go. Die. And let's make a crafting bench. We've got to clear out our inventory a bit. What do we even have that... Ooh. I don't have anything I can really clear from the inventory, do I? Uh-oh. Well... Not great. I guess we'll just keep running these over. And eventually we'll get some inventory room by emptying these out. Conveyor. Build up some poles. Then mark 1. Nope. Just clicked off of that. Okay, and this will have the first 2 items for phase 2 being delivered. The automated wiring shouldn't be too hard. I've got to go check. I think we have copper not too far from the steel. Set that up to make stators and then bring it over and join up with wires, I think it was. Something like that. Cable, maybe. Okay, how close does this get us? Right to there. Mark 1. Oop, nope. Need to go the top 2. I made that one taller because of the drop. Excellent. Okay. Now you can hook up. Let's see, if I take you all the way over there, doesn't look too bad. That actually looks a little terrible, but it's okay. Hey, Velvet Whispers. Welcome. We're just getting the first 2 items for the phase 2 objective being delivered. Assuming I hooked this up correctly, which let me go check. Yes, but I need more steel to be making those faster. Going pretty well. Just doing a little light streaming with some Satisfactory to have some variety. I've been doing mostly Vintage Story and Dwarf Fortress all week. What have you been up to? Can grab the little rock quartz over here. Sounds good. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I haven't been doing it like frequently. I've been doing mostly Vintage Story and Dwarf Fortress, but I'm trying to have a little more variety. We've been going pretty hard on Vintage Story, so I'm cutting back a little on that and doing some more of this. But I really like these types of games. I've probably put more hours into Satisfactory over the years than a lot of games. Currently, I think we're planning on a little Stranded Alien Dawn later. That's being one of Ricky's favorites. Let's see, we got 60 going there. 60 there. Vintage Story, Dwarf Fortress, doing some Stranded Alien Dawn later probably. I'd been doing a little Coral Island a couple weeks ago because it's just a really good chill game to watch, in my opinion, but not many people were tuning into that one ever, so not currently doing any Coral Island. Let's see, so we've got 240, which 240 divided by 45, 5.3. Did I not have full on this? Did I need another one? Let's see, 60, 120, and this was already 120, so that is 240. And I needed to bring it up though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love to read. Listen to audiobooks. Occasionally, burn through a TV show that comes out. Hang out with friends, some D&D, board games. Let's see. 6 times 45. That is 270. I think I was failing at correctly estimating here. Yep, they're all running a little low because of that. Okay, if we bump this one up, so I need, let's see, 3 times 45 is 135. which I would need 75 on this one, I think it is. Alright, that'd give me 135. Nice. Well done, Queen Hippie. Yeah, once we have the large windmill finished, we can actually set up a nice smithy area. I think we're planning on 3 health hammers. My current plan. Thank you, Velvet Whispers. I think they're fun hobbies. Okay, so that gives me... How much iron could I do from these? If I cranked them all the way up. Could get 150. Would be 450. Oops. What all are you planning on making, Hippie? Uh, 135. No, divided by 45. So I could do 10 of them with what I have over here, iron-wise. Let me drop off the steel pipes, and then I'm going to go pipe over as much coal as I can. You are the best, Queen Hippie. You gonna be gathering stuff up for your, what is it, mud daub house you wanted to make? I'm remembering right. We're gonna need a fair amount of fat and resin. Right now it seemed like were the two things we were really missing for making the big windmill system. Plaster. What all is involved in plaster in the game? I haven't looked that one up. So I've got to add some variety to the group home because I've accidentally made it kind of like a maze when you're in there because everything is red brick and the same color doors. But at least got to put signs around so it doesn't feel so much like a maze. Let's see, that's a 60. Okay, let's look at the map. Scan for coal, quicklime, and sand. Ooh, quicklime is not super fun to make, but not too bad. Normal, normal. All four are normal, so that 150 times 4 is what I could do. 600, and then 600 divided by 45, 13, and I think I had an iron one over here, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, so I could pipe that in as well. That's up there. Bring that one up. You're welcome to post drawings to the art channel in the Discord if you'd like. Do we have borax? I think I have a tiny bit of borax out, like maybe a stack of it, in one of the chests out in the back, fenced-in backyard area. Okay. So, this is all gonna have to be tier 3 though. This is where this is gonna start to suck. I can't even combine them, can I? Or wait, ooh, I can also crank it up to Mark IIs. I forgot about that. Let's see. We did 450 right now. Divided by 270. I can get it down to 2 lines. So 150 up to 270. So that's another 100, 120. Let's try that. Okay. So that makes this line 270. I also need to grab pale berries, but am I out of room? I'm still out of room. I don't need screws. I can go get more quartz if I need. Grab the pale berries. Here, oh here, pale berries. Where are you? I need like 5 of you total, and I think I've got 2 back at base. There's another one. Okay. Ah! Mommy spiders here. Don't kill me. Oh, that was too short. Yeah, you are horrifying. Horrifying. Don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Yeah. There we go. Oh, how I hate those. Those are just evil. And there's one later that's like an irradiated version of that you're just like, why? Why would you put that in a game? Okay. Now those combine to be 270. That's already Mark III. At least I'll get a bunch of reinforced iron plates back. Crank this one up. We'll use this to make a fair amount more steel, which will be nice. We can go up to 10 foundries instead of 6, which we will then put all into steel beams, or at least a lot of it. That is poison area. I'm going to blow you up because I keep running into you and it's annoying. Glad one doesn't blow up when it's in your hands, or I would have accidentally blown myself up multiple times. That's already tier or Mark III. Mark III, Mark III. But we need to find another borax area hippie. And I have not seen any when I've been prospecting around. I did find all of the zinc we could ever want, pretty much. I need to go back for some more illuminite. But I was gonna have to prepare for a cavern expedition to do that. Oh, does it not work on borax? Oh, that's annoying. Okay. I'm gonna do 10 of these. Probably want to do... split that. So we would do 225 on each level. If I split it like that, I've got it coming in on 270 and 270, which is actually more than I need, right? 70 times 2. Yeah, that's 540. 540 divided by 45. Oh, I could go ahead and do 12. Okay. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I want to go ahead and do this as a blueprint, though, I think? Probably. I'm sure I need more of them in the long run. And do I have room to go ahead and grab... No. Let me drop off some of this. Grab one of those. Does borax tend to show up anywhere in particular, like near other elements or certain rocks or elevations, anything like that? I can be keeping an eye out for it in game. I still want to go, I gotta go back over to that halite place and see if I can find the halite and salt. Ooh. Jump, jump, jump. Okay. Let's turn the stinger protein. And then we want a few more of the pale berries. What did I need to go with them? Don't need those or those. I like that one, but it's really unnecessary. I'll just leave those for right now. What else did we have? What was needing pale berries? That one? I think there was another one, wasn't there? No. No. Not that one. Maybe not. I could look into that one. But let's grab, do we have two more, or two of the bacon things? There we go. Nutrients. We'll finish that one off our list. That is unfortunate, so we'll just have to randomly keep an eye out for borax.
Inhaler recipe unlocked. Using this inhaler will restore health and also gives your skin a radiant glow that is connected to well-being and probably not radioactivity.
Oh joy, thank you. We love you, Ada. Even though you try and kill us all the time. Okay. Let's make up a fair amount of portable miners. Okay, that's at least enough to make some more of those. So I'll get... Ooh, and I was going to rig it all up on the blueprint thing. Let's see. Do that. Can I do both levels though? Oh, the foundries are pretty tall. I'm gonna have to look at this. And it's certainly not wide enough to do all 6, so I might have to do this in sections 3. Let's see, foundry. Put that there. 1 there. 1 there. Yes, we're gonna have to do this in sections of 3. So, 3 at a time. 135 coming in. We'll just connect these. We'll assume there's one to the side of it. Splitter. Okay, so if it's got coming in from that direction, and then coming in from that direction again, do it like that. Oop, nope, not that one. Splitter. And 1 there, and 1 there. Okay. Let's do... I'm just gonna do Mark 3 to be safe everywhere. It's way overkill for a lot of these. But when we're going back and we are gonna put some of them side by side, it'd be nice not to have to worry about what kind of conveyor we've got hooked up. Okay. And then we'll want to go upwards. So if we come in here, we could split up, which we'll be able to do there. We'll have to hook up that one up when we get over there. Am I gonna have room to go upwards? I'm not sure. Climb up the ladder and take a look. That will actually be tall enough. That looks fine. I will call you back, OJ. In just a little bit. Okay. Where was I forgot where I had those lined up. Let's see. Goes down, so the little foot pedal thing, part of the brace, is almost off there. Okay, right there, I think. Have to have that turned around the wrong way. So, like right there? Now a little forward of that. There we go. Do another one over here. One there. And then we have to get this lined up, which is going to be the problem. So, if it's coming from below, and going up. So we need to catch it from that side. Something like that, maybe? $45 times 3, 135, so we need at least, say, a Mark III. We'll run over here again. Oh, I so want the jetpack and the hover pack. Make life so much easier in this game. Okay, that looks fine. And a splitter. There. And there. And right there. Okay. Mark III. Mark III. Again, overkill for a lot of those positions, but better overkill than underkill. Select steel on the recipe. And we'll want to hook up. Let's see, where would we do power? I so want the awesome shop stuff. But we haven't unlocked it, or we haven't hooked it up yet. Let's go right there. And then the other side will actually be interesting. Because we've got, we use 14 or 30. And each of these produces 45. Yeah. So it uses 60, sorry. So 45, 90. Well, if I combine those all, that gives you 3. We could do on the bottom side. 3 constructors. If we're doing nothing but steel beams. I think that's how we'll do it. No, that's not what I need. Mark 1. Mark 1. Mark 1. It's gonna be Mark 2. And then we'll have to go down. Combine them right here. Spin it around. We want just when it turns blue. That one, Mark 1. Combine over there with a straight connection. We want a Mark 2. Mark 1. And we will need, let's see, 45, 135. We'll need a Mark 3. Go up here. Pretty sure that's hooked up. And then have this come down here. And hook up. Up. And we'll attach another one over here. That we hook that one too. These look horrible when we're still stuck using the power poles, but it'll work. Okay. Delete that. Save this as foundry Let's see, 6 foundries. Is it like that? No, like that. Which use 45 times 6. 270 iron and coal. 270 steel. Icon, we want the art. Steel ingot. Come on, show me the steel ingot. That one not on here? We not have an icon? There it is. Set directory. Give me another one of these. Not that this actually needs to be in another one, because I think... No, we use foundries for aluminum as well, actually. Foundries. Add it there. Save. Close that. And save. And clear. Grab all that. Excellent. Okay. So we're gonna go tear down our current boundary system, redo it with the blueprint. We'll need 2 of the blueprint, which between what we have in our inventory and what we're going to tear down, we should have enough. And then we'll have to redo the conveyors, or the constructors, sorry. Ew. So, if we stand right here, grab all of those. Grab that. I'm gonna grab the constructors already too. Not that this will all fit into our inventory, but we'll hopefully get one. Actually, we're out of spots. So we're gonna come over here. And then it'll drop off extra material in... Wait, did I actually? That could not have all gone into my inventory. That dismantle crate is way over there. Need to go around collecting dismantle crates. Maybe that did all fit in my inventory. That would be surprising. Anything I can get rid of? Coal can be dropped off. Okay. Grab all these. That's the 50 limit. We'll come back here and dismantle all those. It should absolutely have put down a dismantle crate. Where is my dismantle crate going? I think I'll be going out to that one. I'm gonna be really annoyed if it was just destroying things. Should be putting them in a dismantle crate. Okay. Now, I need at least one layer of foundation stuff in between. Not zooping that way, but zooping this way. Probably actually 2 layers. And then let's do a blueprint, boundary. Oh, I forgot the controls for this. No, I want to be over there so I can match it up. Yep. If I could jump in the right direction, that would help. Nice, hippie. You are a bit of a maniac with that anvil work. Let's see, if I skip those, I'm gonna come down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. Boundary. H. Lock it in place. And we want to move it over 1. And we're going to need 2 of these. I absolutely don't have enough for you. And I think it moved stuff into one of those dismantle crates. Let's see what I need. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and change some of these to Mark II though. Okay, 120, 120, and 120. Which, so that's 240 there. Let's crank this one up. 240. And then we need this one at like 270, I think it is. No, a little more than that. Let's see, 12. 6 times 45. No, that is 270. Okay. Close that. Crank this one up to 150. Okay. And we want to go get some extra pieces. Which I swear it did something with my dismantle crate. Oddly calming. Yeah. Get into that kind of mindless, repetitive work. That can be calming. Get into a flow state. Okay, where's the dismantle crate that is over here? We'll at least get rid of it so it's not clogging up the map. How far away is it? Over here with the biofuel factory? That kind of makes sense. Right there. Yeah, that is totally some of the stuff that I was destroying over at the steel production. So why in the world did you drop it over in a dismantle crate all the way over here? Makes no sense. Okay, we're gonna grab a little bit more in the way of, what are these called? Modular frames. I do need to drop something off though. Let's see, what can we get rid of? I can get rid of the copper. That's what we have set up in our one copper factory, which I will change over to cable and wire to be producing stators and then the automated wire. So set this one up and hook up the lines, and then we're probably gonna have to go grab that other dismantle crate that apparently stole all of our stuff. Okay, another blueprint. Right there. A little off. That looks correct. Oops. No, let me up. There we go. So, we've got to hook up the power. Go from there to there. And then we had hooked up somewhere over here. Where's our other power line? Or no, we came off that one, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's the line. Okay, so one of the irons, Mark III. Don't know what that's doing. Come over here. 1, 2, 3. Go right there. No, come over here. You go right there. And then the coal. Let's see, we should have another coal line coming in somewhere. Okay, that's 2 of the coal lines. And we'll have another one coming in from over there. And then we have to attach these. Mark III. Probably that work. Looks like it. Going back here so we can see. Are those all starting to run is the question. Yep, that one got everything it needed. What about from the other side? Are they all turning green? Off and on it looks like, which it's manifold system, so that makes sense. Yep. They're all turning green at different points, so that will fill in. They all have recipes selected. Come down here, and that is how much steel? 45, 90, 180 per side. So that equates to 3 constructors, 4 steel beams. We will want to split it though. So, conveyor splitter. One right there. Mark III. And then we'll put one right in front of it. One over there, and one over there. Mark 1, Mark 1, switch it to a straight configuration. Make these steel beams. Okay, let's grab the power pole line from over there. Line it up right there. 1, 2, 3. Another one there. And 4. Okay. Those are all now producing steel beams. How many steel beams do we need is the question. So I think I want to have, if I do 4 constructors, I can have 2 of them as steel beams and 2 of them as steel pipes. Constructor there. And one right there. We'll leave those as the steel beam ones. Nope. Steel beam. And we'll extend the foundation slightly. Make those steel pipes. We'll need to add in another splitter right here. Bring over with the Mark 1 and the Mark 1. And then we want power brought down, which can go... we're right on the line, but the one there. And then, oops, as I totally fall down again. Joy. Jetpack makes this game so much better. Okay. Look up right there. That one. And that one. Now we are producing everything. We'll throw back in a foundation over here, since we accidentally deleted that one. We have 15 per minute, 30, 60, 75 per minute. 4, 5, yeah. So, here's one merger. And then we will combine 1, 2, 3. No, we're just gonna go ahead and grab this one. We'll keep it not totally all over the place. A little bit neater. Merge that way. And let's see, this could still be a Mark 1. For default. Which looks like it's good enough to be straight, but apparently not. And then I don't think it needs a Mark 3, but we'll put it in there. I haven't actually done the math. Merge these two. Mark 1. Get rid of that and do it as a straight connection. Mark 1. It's 40 of those per minute. So that can still be a Mark 1. Connect those. Excellent. Okay, we have ramped up our steel production. So, said we had 5 of these, right? 75 per minute, which actually does not ramp up that much. That's using 36 per minute, And then that wanted most of what was left, I think. So should be more than enough to have 2 of the, what are they called? Beam things. You. Let's go check it out, but it should be. In which case, this is... Then the only thing we have left to do is get the advanced wiring hooked up. And then while that's all running, we could probably work on redoing our iron layout, expanding that, maybe even raising the steel a little more. Because we will rapidly be needing more iron. We're consuming 36 out of 75. We have 35, 39 left. We need 30. Okay. We'll be fully supplying this and getting 9 into storage every minute. We're getting some of that into storage. These are going full blast. But still getting a little bit of the reinforced iron plates into storage. We are not storing any rotors, but we still had a few in storage. So, assembler, what do we have? Stators and cables. So if we make the cables over there, then we should be able to do wires. Then we just have to pipe in the steel pipes. Say we want 1 or 2 of these. If we want 2, that's 5 stators per minute. Oh, we can already set up rotors. We're probably going to want more rotors. Some extra stators. So we could do 2 of those. Or 2 assemblers of stators. No problem. And that would still leave us 10 extra steel pipes being collected per minute. Okay. Which we will do... What is the copper supply like over there? Come on, there's one over here. I know there's one over there. Not close enough? But for our notes, let's see. Edit to-do list. Public note, we want to change the copper sheet factory to a wire and cable factory. Then we want to set up 2 stator assemblers. 1, maybe 2 advanced wiring ones. And then more rotors, motors, proper iron factory. Blueprint. Blueprint. Okay. But I need to know how much copper we have over here. there's just a normal one. Which, how can... It's a normal copper. It can go up to... $300 per minute. Okay. Let me edit my to-do list. It's 300 copper per minute with Mark II miner. Yeah, that's a Mark II. Yep. Okay. So we'll have to get working on designing that blueprint. I'm gonna come over here by our blueprint factory. Take a look. Okay. We're here by our blueprint factory. We'll get set up for that. And then I think I'm just going to call the stream there. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I hope you're around for Stranded Alien Dawn later.